What's happening, HC Nation? I'm back. Okay, so the last 2 weeks I have been gone. I've actually been here doing all this work. I was getting the curriculum ready. We were actually supposed to have a graphic designer working for us, and we weren't able to get them hired, get the right person hired. So I had to do all the graphic design work for my curriculum by myself, minus the template was thanks to Kay. She's our ambassador coordinator. Her sister actually did a lot of the graphic design for the curriculum, and thanks go out to them for all their help. They did a great job and are ready for us next time we need help. So again, thank you so much. But this weekend, or this week, last Friday, we actually had a great time, and so I want to give a shout out to Heart Homeschooling and also Master. Oh man, I'm going to kill this. And Trace, you should put it in the bottom. Master Lithium, that homeschooling group. There was a huge turnout, and I so appreciate you guys inviting me to come and talk with all of you and be able to share, one, my experience and how I was helping with game design. I gave them basically 5 steps when it came to game design, and I talked a little bit in detail, but not much. I have classes that I do that go more in detail, but the first one is you need to be able to get something that you enjoy. You're going to play this game that you want to design 100 times, 1,000 times to get it right, because you're going to prototype every single stage of it. You have to get a game that you're going to enjoy. That's the first step. And that's an obvious step, but it has to be the first step. You have to be able to enjoy it. And the second thing is the people that you're going to have play it. And not just your friends and family, but also if you're going to sell it, all those people need to be able to like it as well. So you have to like it for the first step. The second step is they have to like it, the other people. The third thing is it has to look good. Games these days, youth right now are and adults, especially those in fantasy, that like fantasy games and such, they have to have the imagery. It cannot be a cutesy game if you're trying to get it out to that crowd. If you're trying to get to the younger crowd, yes, it could be. So it depends on who your demographics are. Demographics is basically the people, the target, what they call market. So figure out who you're going to play the game with and who you're going to sell it to if you decide you're going to sell it, or who you're just going to play with, and then base it off of them. But again, it has to look good and it has to be good quality. So the third step is that you have to be able to prototype it. You have to walk through every single step. And you have to make sure that you prototype it over and over and over again. And you know what? We used to prototype in office all the time, and we still do, but we decided there was a better way of doing this. So we actually send prototypes to those that pre-order. And the reason why we do that is because people that pre-order the game are already what we call vested in the game. It means they have something to lose if it's not a good game. Then they have something to win dramatically if it's a really good game. And so we're actually going to put a thank you on our webpage for all those people that helped us prototype Totally Medieval and get that going. And so if you haven't received it yet, all of you will have, those that pre-ordered Totally Medieval, you'll have an advanced copy that you can play at your house and you can keep. It's all the cards you need. It's the playmat and the math dice as well. So that's the fourth step, is you need to be able to prototype it. And there's more steps, but this is just in the design of it. The final step is that you need to be able to accept failure. I guess it's not the fifth step. This is still part of the prototyping stage. You have to accept failure. Failure is a good thing. Your game is going to have a lot of bugs, a lot of issues, possibly. You want to be able to work with those. Failure is a good thing because you're going to learn. Every time you fail, you're going to learn more about game design. And so you want to be able to allow that failure to happen and just jump back on the horse and get that the new fix out there. And you might have to print 1,000 times. I think we had a print for Historical Conquest, just the printing before we printed the first edition. And there was plenty afterwards. Probably about 30 times. Always printing new editions with the fixes. So, okay, now that we have those things figured out, the last step in game design is that you're gonna have to find, again, you're gonna need the quality, so you're gonna have to find a good printer. And the printer is really important because you have to make sure that they're gonna produce exactly what you want at a price, because if you're going to sell it, you need to be able to have it at a price that's the right price to be able to sell it to your customers and also be able to even just play it. There are some games that you just design and design and design. For example, I was telling everyone at the co-op meeting about our manufacturing problem with Totally Medieval. And what happened was, our first manufacturer, they listed, and I'll be very open about this, they wanted $47,000 to print Totally Medieval. I said, okay, we can make that work. It's really high, but we can make that work. Well, as soon as we put it on the fundraiser and we sent them a link to the fundraiser, they increased the price of the game. And they said, now we want $62,000 to print these games. And I said, no, no way. There's no way we're gonna do that. So we actually had to say goodbye to them. And they're already going to take a very long time to produce these. So we said goodbye to them and we took our fundraiser off Kickstarter. And then 2 weeks later, we put it back on because we had found a new manufacturer, someone that put it under the price of the last manufacturer, the original price, and also someone that promised it a little bit faster. They're also the people that are producing the miniatures. And if you've already pre-ordered the miniatures, you know that they're a little delayed. So maybe this group is not going to be the fastest, but they are going to be the less expensive. And they sent us prototypes of the historical COnquest miniatures, and you can see the video on our YouTube channel. They are fantastic. So again, today was not a Stump the Creator. It wasn't a challenge. I wanted to say hello, I'm back, and I have a whole lineup of videos that I've planned, and we're gonna get them out to you. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. Trace, Clayton, if you could put the name of the actual group, or not, you don't have to, in the comments, because I know I butchered it, and maybe you can use the phonics of how to pronounce it, just in case I'm pronouncing it wrong. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us on this Minisode Monday. We'll catch you next time. Take care. Bye. If you have any comments or questions, add them to the comments below. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow, actually. Take care. Bye.